Hey guys, welcome to PolitiBrawl News. This is Matt Miller. Watch what happens when President Donald Trump introduces his son Barron to the crowd at the inauguration parade. He reveals that Barron played a major role in winning the election for his father. Watch it right here.
Hey, Don, will you stand up, please? Don is another one. How about Don? This guy. He's a popular one. He goes out and speaks. He gets that big crowd. He's a little on the rough side sometimes, but that's what you want. He's done a fantastic job, and he loves our country. Thanks, Don. Great job. You've done a great job. And Ivanka. And you know, Jared negotiated the Abraham Accords, which are the biggest deal made in the Middle East in many, many years, and it's really something. Jared, stand up, Jared. The Abraham Accords. And Tiffany's going to have a little baby. And Michael. And then I have a very tall son named Barron. Has anyone ever heard of him? Thank you. He knew the youth vote. You know, we won the youth vote by 36 points. And he was saying, Dad, you got to go out and do this one and that one. And we did a lot of them. And he respects them all. He understood them very well. And he said, Dad, you got to go out, do Joe Rogan, do all these guys. And we did. We did. And Joe Rogan was great. They were all great, right? Barron, they were all good. He understood the market. Another famous one, how about Kai? Stand up, Kai.
So first of all, you can see that Barron clearly got the largest, loudest applause out of anybody in the Trump family. And he really played it up, too. I mean, he was soaking up the moment. And it's funny to watch him because he has very similar mannerisms to his father, clearly. You know, he's very tall. He looks a lot like Trump. It's amazing to hear that he was the one that really pushed his father to go and do podcast. You know, podcast is really where media is happening right now. It's not The View. It's not even Fox News. It's definitely not CNN, ABC, NBC. Millions of views a day are on podcasts like Joe Rogan, Theo Von, the Logan Paul podcast, and many more, which Trump made it a point to go and actually do. These are long-form conversations. They're very conversational, raw, uncut, unscripted. They're not short sound bites that are very, guarded subject matters and very highly edited like you see in the mainstream media. And it's because people have had enough of that. We don't connect with media that is superficial. We want something that is real, that's relatable. So a personality like Joe Rogan, who's just, he's an exceptional guy, but he also kind of comes off as the everyday, normal American guy. And that's why a lot of people relate to him. Him bantering with Donald Trump for 3 hours, talking about everything in the book, right? Completely unedited. Allows you to see who Donald Trump really is. He can't hide behind a teleprompter, a script, favorable media, people that are protecting him at every turn like Kamala Harris tried to. I mean, Kamala Harris couldn't even do well in the interviews that were highly scripted and guarded on favorable networks like CNN. She still fell apart. Trump was able to sit down for 3 hours with Joe Rogan and riff and joke and talk about this, talk about that, answer questions, get into deep topics. And of course, that is superior in every way to the mainstream media's version of that. So Barron, I think in many ways, if he was the one that suggested that to his dad and pushed him to do that, you could say in many ways Barron really helped his dad win the election, maybe even won the election for him by winning over the youth vote, winning over the under 40 vote, making Trump relatable, or just showcasing his personality, his true personality, to people who are younger in America that were voting for the first time maybe, or just getting interested in politics, or maybe they saw themselves as anti-Trump and liberal. And then when they saw Trump in these organic, unstructured settings and conversations, they realized, wait a second, this guy's not a Hitler monster like I've been told. He's just like a funny uncle, that's a little bit unfiltered and has some wild jokes, but he's a genuine human being. He's himself, he's not phony, and he has good intentions for this country. And I think that if you go back and watch many of those Trump podcasts, that's exactly how he comes off. It's very endearing. It was a golden campaign move to do that. And, you even saw RFK Jr. doing that earlier when he was campaigning. Of course, he later joined the Trump campaign. But he had that initial idea of doing long-form podcast as a way to win over many different types of demographics, but especially the young American vote. And I think you're going to see the way people campaign into the future is going to change. And it's going to be heavily built on these podcast networks. The other thing I love to hear is that Caroline Leavitt, Trump's new press secretary, has voiced that the administration is going to let in new media voices into the White House press pool, which means podcasters, YouTubers, people that don't have traditional media credentials or come from big legacy networks are going to be able to go to the White House and ask the president questions. And this is huge. The types of questions that they're going to ask, the audiences that they have, the things that they want to hear is going to be completely different than the robotic CNN, ABC anchors that we're used to. It's going to completely change the game. I think it's going to make politics way more entertaining, way more engaging, way more relatable and understandable. And it's going to dispel this class of media elitists that look down their nose at regular Americans and think that they're above everybody else, because now the truth has been revealed. Americans want to hear unstructured, candid conversations. They want real, genuine media. They don't want phony BS anymore. So anyway, let me know what you guys thought of this clip in the comments. If you liked the video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for your support, and I'll see you guys next time.